Greetings, fellow apocalypse survivors. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Nomad, Episode 7, Bridge Troll. So to recap, we started off this series being parachuted into West Point. So we are in the western side of West Point, living above the grocery/hardware store. The whole point of this series, essentially, is to be nomadic. It is to maintain the emergency broadcast system and to obtain, upgrade, and maintain vehicles to allow us to succeed in the goals that are stated here. So as you can see, I've made no progress towards these goals, but one of the big ones is I'm really not supposed to stay and sleep in cities. So that's going to be a big push of mine to just get out of the city and to fulfill that sort of rule requirement. The changes I made since last stream, I have changed the gamma so it's a bit brighter. It's going to make some of the hues look a little strange, but this is just so that you can see a bit better at night. Eventually, perhaps I get a lot more batteries and I can run around with flashlights and things like that, but that's just not the case right now. So, the current goal here, the current priority, I'm going to pull you off immediately. And we have sort of 5 ideas plus a wild card. It's either to set up an outpost outside of town. So we're not supposed to sleep in towns. We're not using buildings in towns other than like temporary sleeping, so on and so forth. Number 2 is search for better vehicles for scouting and long range. So we have a taxi cab that covers it a little bit, right? But we're going to want probably better vehicles, ones that can be upgraded. I can scavenge the town for tools and equipment. And we've been working on that, but coming up a little dry. We definitely didn't get a sledgehammer, but we did get a generator magazine, so that's been important. Secure a gas station for fuel supplies. A huge part of the series is I probably will be doing a lot of driving, a lot of long-range type stuff, bouncing around different towns, not staying put in one spot. Or just viewer suggestions, things that you think I ought to do. So we left off with me heading down to the southeast hardware store and looting it, but I didn't end up getting hardware. I just ended up grabbing books, and that really hasn't been on. Oh, and some other tools, but not the legendary sledgehammer. So that is still to be found. Another thing I've been doing is stocking up on. You know, we have all the books that I need already sort of packed up in the car. We have duffel bags, and what I started to do is to pack bags. So with multiple duffel bags and multiple bags, what I could do is I can nest things in for items that I don't necessarily need to gain access to constantly, like can openers and screwdrivers, hammers, that kind of thing. Nest it in here and then stack that into the trunks to free up space. I think what I'm going to be doing here is just trying to organize my loot a bit better. So garbage bags is another good thing to nest loot into. It does a lot of weight reduction as well. I believe I already have a needle on me at all times. And my bound journal. I'm going to transcribe my journal briefly. I don't think there's much to transcribe. And it looks like you guys want me to set up an outpost outside of town. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to sort of vote on potential outpost locations. I don't plan on driving very far. It's just going to be just outside of town, West Point. What I'd like to do, and this is my eventual vision, is to have a campfire, maybe a generator, some floodlights, my vehicles parked out there, maybe some towed truck trailers to give me storage, or maybe even building some boxes. But essentially, I want to live in a campground. I don't want to live in a house. I'm going to be, you know, living on the road. And that's sort of the goal of this series. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is to stick as much of... Let's try to stick all the books and magazines into a garbage bag and nest it like that. The car that I have is like super maximum size, and it's not really going to be able to fit much more. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to compress everything as much as I can so that I got more storage. But actually, that looks like it worked. The duffel on the ground and the garbage bag hold about the same amount, so... yeah, let me grab the duffel. It is nighttime, so it's going to be a little bit easier for me to safely traverse around the neighborhood. And I've been trying to do my best in staying safe and keeping noise down and just limiting the amount of zombies that come my way. Corzella, thank you for the bits. Mantuel, Shadow Gene Pool, and Zifi, thank you for the resubs. Welcome to all of you. I feel like throwing kitchen knives into a garbage bag is not a very viable long-term solution. But, you know, whatever. Alright, everything goes. As much as can fit. I don't generally nest loot like this, because I find that unless you have traits like dexterity or dexterous, fumbling around in your inventory is kind of sketch when you have to grab something quickly. So I find myself avoiding nested loot like this. But in this instance, I think it makes sense because I have a very limited amount of space. And taking a look, it looks like setting up a outpost is going to be the winner here. So I will pull you about that location. Seems to me like, even though I nested loot, the capacity reduction hasn't really freed up space for me. I am extremely heavily load, so that's not great. So here are some choices. Where should I set up an outpost? So we're in West Point, just a little reminder. So southwest of us is a little crossroads with a gas station, a clothing store, a Spiffos, which is a restaurant, and a used car lot. So I could set up an outpost near the used car lot to the southwest. I could type. Another place in West Point that you could use is we can set up an outpost at the picnic area. So that would be much closer. Set up an outpost near the picnic area to the southwest as well. Then we could head northwest towards the farms. Set up an outpost to the northwest near the farms. We could also set up an outpost on the bridge. On the bridge to Valley Point. One of the advantages of that is if I have a lot of propane, I'd be able to do some metal work and metal scrapping, which helps to build up the skills used to upgrade vehicles later on. And then let's include one more. I don't actually know if there's a good one more spot. I guess the auto mechanics outside of town. Set up an outpost on the edge of town near the auto shop. And then there's the set up the outpost. Yeah, I guess that will work. I like those options. So you pick where I'm headed. And in-game, what I'm going to do is tend to my hunger and cigarette need, and then shove the generator in the car. I'd like to eventually get to a point where I can sort of account for all the loot, you know, make sure that I have every book that I think I have, and make sure that I have all the gear that I think I have. But that's going to require a long-range vehicle with a lot of storage. And that would be great to have, but I don't have it yet. Alright, let's equip this as secondary. Lowering my weight a tiny bit, but not by much. And it looks like the bridge to Valley Point is going to be the popular choice. Mercator, thank you for the sub. All right, lights are on. And let's truck slow. So this is the main stretch of West Point as it's passing Enigma Books is right there, and then the hardware store and the post office, town hall. And it looks like the bridge is overwhelmingly the most popular option, so that will be my destination. Another thing to look out for, and the pole is in the way. You can't see this, but it is. I'm going to make a little stop here. There's a camper here. I'm going to drop the trash bag. And let's fight for a camper. It doesn't look like it's in great condition. It looks kind of busted up. But that would be an awesome anchor point to an outpost. And for whatever reason, the taxi cabs in this game have incredible tow capacity. So I should easily be able to tow a camper with a taxi cab. The taxi cabs have like hundreds of horsepower. Makes me jealous. Now, where is this camper? Let me turn on the flashlight. Okay, so if I just back into it, it should be good. All right, set up an outpost near Valley Point. So let me update the priority here. On the Valley Point Bridge. Not a lot of cover from choppers there, but... Oops. How far ahead is this on YouTube? None of my streams are ever ahead of YouTube. Ever. I air everything from a stream before streaming again. I have no idea what's in this camper, but I know it's mine. Looks like the population here. So here's the rail tracks. If you're familiar with West Point, you'll know that I could follow the rail tracks too. But I'm just going to use the road here. So in front of me is the auto mechanic shop on the edge of town, which is just out to my south now. And then the rail bridge is, or the rail and regular bridge is up this way. And if this is going to be my my outpost, I'm going to need to do the best I can to try to clear it out at night, so that I don't have sprinters to deal with in the morning. Alright, I did leave the car running for the headlights. Now I do have a mod that allows me to dismantle vehicles, but I honestly don't really know how it works. I added it so that I could shred vehicles down into parts in order to level up my mechanics and metalwork. So we'll have to figure that out. I might actually want to do the rail bridge, at least until I can clear some of this out. So what you can do is you can, with propane and a propane torch, you can dismantle a vehicle to scrap. And I think that might net me some equipment. Let's dismantle at least one of them. If I can find my my torch here. So on me, I do have a welder's mask. I don't have a propane torch. Here's one. Here we go. That was easy. First place I looked. I feel like if I dismantle this one, I get it out of the way better. Do I really want to dismantle this vehicle? I do. All right. Micklemoose, thank you for the resub. Welcome. Yeah, there's a whole lot of taxicabs around me. All right, this gave me some scrap metal. Also, gave me a key to probably the vehicle itself. Is this? Oh, wow. The amount of metalworking XP is incredible. Look at it jump. This is going to be really good to level up my metalwork, as I sort of suspected. Boom! One whole level. I think for safety, it makes sense to at least dismantle an entire lane of vehicles so that if I have to drive off, I can drive off. So that the bridge is passable. Yeah, it does gobble down propane. You're not wrong about that. So I'm going to have to be on the lookout for additional propane or tanks. Because the torch I've used about half now. Only have a few hours left before daylight, so I gotta be mindful of my time. And then, I think it would be wise to put the things I most care about inside the trailer. And to organize the vehicle in such a way that I can use it to grab loot. Because right now it's completely full. Whoa, that's a lot of scrap metal. Not bad for cutting a whole car up? Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit lighter. It's actually, so it's lighter on your guys' screen than mine, FYI. I don't have the extra gamma that you have, so maybe I should mimic it for myself as well. There we go. I just added a little gamma to myself. Oh, we have keys. All I would need to do to move this car is to drive it a little bit, so that's good. Let me take a quick look around. I don't see any zombies, but of course the woods are pretty thick, so I'm not exactly sure if I would see them anyway. And Turtle Sandwich, thanks for the resub as well. Alright, let's grab that garbage bag. Whoa. I hear growling or something. Yeah, there's some zombies behind me. Oh, that is a concrete barricade. Probably be wise not to drive into that. It's a tight fit. Alright, where's that bag? There it is. Let's wear our equipment again. Taking the welder's mask off because I don't need it for the moment. And then to make sure that no zombies are coming up. So it looks like this is impassable here. So they're not going to snake past this unless they're crawling underneath. Look how slow they are in the night hours. So convenient. I'm purposely yelling because I feel like I have enough time between now and true sunup when they're super fast again to clear them out. I don't see any though. Does the trailer use propane to power the refrigerator? So I believe the way it works is it draws off the car it's hitched to. But I need to confirm. So this has a very small trunk of only 37. Also, it looks like the way I parked, I completely blocked the door. So I'm going to have to move and position this definitely better. That duffel bag is just books. Now, I need the duffel bag that has my jerry cans. Or in the car seat. Because I want to be able to fuel up this red car and just move it. There we go. The van looks like a survival vehicle? Yeah, it does. Just a sip. You know, the parts of this car might be so dead, it might not even be able to move. Make sure I actually have gasoline in it. Come on. Come on. No, I think it's gone. Okay, well, I'll nudge it out of the way after I grab its useful parts. Yeah, the battery is dead. I could always replace the battery, but it's not likely a car I'm ever going to want to use. I was just hoping to move it by driving it. Let's see if I can't do a little vehicle mechanics. Scope it out, see if it's actually zeroed or if I didn't actually put any cars in it. Or any gas, rather. Yep, the battery is dead. Has unspoiled food in it, which is neat. Decade old pasta, which is still good. Now, if I do this gently enough, I should be able to move the red car out of the way without actually doing much damage to me. Come on. Love tap, love tap. I do have another question, which is, what should I do next? So here it is. Here's the poll. I'll put a timer on it, and you can decide what the next big goal is. Gentle nudges. All right, let me pull off to the right here so that I can actually gain access to the trailer, to the camper. Come on. I'm really bad at this. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. Detach. I know that I left some stuff behind. Thunk. Okay, there's no zombies in it. Good. I was worried about that. Because that can happen. And it's a little freaky when it does. Alright, what I'm doing now is I'm just clearing everything out. Because I don't really need rotted food in here. Probably already smells bad enough. And we got a TV, a refrigerator, a stove, a microwave, and yeah, I'm excited. Got ourselves a little camper. All right, let's put all the garbage, tumbler, cutting board, rotted foods in there. This canned goods, obviously, I'm going to keep because that's a good find. Hey, Marauder, thanks for gifting out a sub. So it is 50 minutes until what is, I would consider, daytime. So I need to be careful about who I aggro and where I go. Because it's danger. Can I use TVs for anything? I can. I can watch VHS tapes for skills. I already have Survival 3, the VHS tape, and I will be aiming to collect additional ones. Alright, so the big question I have, because I haven't actually had a lot of experience with these camper and RV mods, is I believe... Yeah, this oven currently cannot be turned on, so... Nor can the lights. Requires a nearby power source. So we are going to figure out how to power this up. Alright, underneath the microwave, that cupboard, I'm going to put canned food. What I want to do is I want to set this up in such a way that the things that... If I need to bug out quickly and rapidly, if I need to leave because I am in danger, I want a well-stocked camper that I might be able to hook up and just floor it with, right? That's my hope. So that's what I'm going to try to do here, is to lay this camper out in such a way that I have everything, all of my creature comforts set up here, and eventually perhaps tow this camper with a long-range vehicle, with a RV or a bus or a truck or something like that, retrofitted for long-term survival. And it's obviously not going to be able to store all my stuff. Let's remove vegetation here. But it should be able to store enough... Oh, I found stuff. Neat. Because I do have the organized trait. And if you're wondering, I believe you can't build in here. I don't think that that's something that you're allowed to do. Because I know I've been asked that. You just use it as it is. Alright, so now that it is formally daytime and zombies are sprinters, I'm going to be doing some organization and then going to sleep. So let's see, if I hook it up to the taxi cab, then can I turn on the stuff inside? Can I place crates? No, you can't build or place or anything in there as far as I know. It is static and can't be changed. Okay, so the TV still isn't going. Got it. I might have to start the car. Let's see if that's the case. I also, of course, have the generator, so it's kind of moot. So if the car is on, and you guys say, secure a gas station for fuel supplies. Copy that. Nope, still not a nearby power source. So it will have to draw from a generator, which is fine. I thought that might be the case. I just wanted to test. So let's get that going. The trailer mode also has towable generators. So that's another thing that you can that I could look for. Is a towable generator for me to tow it over here and set up a big one. Oh, I found a caterpillar. Okay. Now, there's really not that much that I need to use for the for power sources. Oh, it's still not allowing it. All right, I'll have to bring it in here then. Here we go. That's not going to cause monoxide poisoning. Not at all. Plop. Yeah, look at my health go down. Can I put it in the trunk? No, I don't think I can put it in the trunk. Alright, let's disconnect this. The bathrooms have exhaust fans. Is that, are you talking in real life or in game mechanics, Vil? Oh, in real life. Yeah, I'm sort of curious if I put it in another physical room, if it, Nope, still damaging me. Okay. Well, we'll disconnect it and figure that out later. I don't actually have immediate need for power anyway. I can just physically leave the generator in there. That works for me. So let's organize the rest of the loot, putting everything in here, and then I will secure a gas station tomorrow. Surprised it won't work outside? Well, you know, we'll tinker with it. We'll get it working eventually. So this is the start of my glorious library. My mobile library. Oh, I have extra books. Is my car still running? No, I don't know. Good question. So yeah, you can see all the cooking books, all the electrician. Missing a farming book, but it's probably just another container. All the fishing, most of the foraging. Yeah, I do like that change a lot. Bookmobile. I'm also purposely not really eating. I know I'm very hungry, but it's because I'm overweight. So I'm trying to hold off on eating so that I can lose weight. My weight's 83 and dropping. So it's not like I'm at risk of starvation or anything. Not yet, at least. So now at a glance, you can see the ones that I'm obviously missing. Like, I have all the tailoring here. I think the metalwork is actually in my... I've already read it. So it's somewhere. It's kicking around somewhere. All right, a little bit more organization. So, vitamins, I'll put in meds. And then, of course, I have, like, just the general stuff like batteries and the like. And that, for now, can go into the back seat of the taxi cab. But it would be great if I eventually got, like, the long-range vehicle that I'm looking for. Laura the Noob, thank you for the resub. Alright, let's see what's in the seats of the car. There's some books. So I'll do the books first, and then I'll start organizing the food. Might as well grab the food that I see here, though. Cooking pots and dried goods. I'm going to leave the milk behind because it's not really food anymore. It used to be food, but not anymore. Bowls. The stuff in my glove box is just stuff that I would need on the go, so I'm leaving it in there. Let's see how close I am to the full book collection here. See what I'm missing. Because sometimes I make mistakes. So it looks like carpentry 5 I haven't found yet. So I'm going to circle it just to make sure I'm looking for it. All the cooking books are here. All the electricity books are here. All the farming books are here. First aid's here. Fishing's here. Foraging's here. Mechanics 5 is missing. I have 2 on me. Metalwork's all here. Tailoring's all here. Trapping 5 is missing. So 3 books in my collection that are unaccounted for. It's not bad. Especially given that I could go back to Enigma books. It's fairly cleared out. So, at the stove, I'm going to put the empty cooking pot. Because that's going to be a way, if I can get power running in here, for me to boil water. And put the bowls in the cupboard as well. Might as well. Might have been left behind. Yeah, there is stuff that easily could have been left behind. And you know, I could always go back to the hardware store or look around a little bit more. Alright, frying pan, meat cleaver, that's cooking. This is all medicine and food. That's a spare carpentry, so I'm going to set that aside and throw it out. These here probably should go into the glove box of my daily driver, the diagnostics and register, so that if I need to diagnose issues with the emergency broadcast system, I can do that easily. Let's also move the gas can, or all the gas cans, into the trunk, and then the car maintenance stuff into the trunk as well. Car maintenance being like jack, tire pump, that kind of thing. Because I don't need that on me. That doesn't make sense. Yoda demands a treat. Sorry, Kellyanne. I'm overdue. That also might be around the time where I should probably go to sleep. There's the other gas can. And another gas can. Another thing that I want to do, apart from all that, is to move the generator into the rear seat. And to probably clear out the entire car and just drop this stuff for now on the ground until I can either organize it later or have a larger vehicle to be able to contain it. Yeah, I can add gasoline to the trailer. Hey, look at that. That was the ticket. It has its own generator. It also has a trunk that I'm not using currently. Fancy. Fancier than I thought it would be. Whoa, did I just drain a whole can into it? I did. Okay, that thing has a heck of a Jenny. Okay, cool. Very cool. I'm going to need to top these bad boys up. Luckily, my next goal here is to go to a gas station, so that works for me. God, how much gas does this thing take? Let's, well, there goes that can. Alright, doing the vehicle mechanics here. Let's take a look. Its trunk is poor condition. Its gas tank is topped. It's completely full now. 30-30. Cool. Awesome. My taxi is running, don't forget it. Alright, yeah, let's turn that off. Alright, so the seats are now empty. Completely empty. And it's just the whatever's in the trunk. which is a spare tire and 3 empty gas cans. I don't really need a spare battery on me. I'm actually not entirely sure that I had things like, no, I'm pretty sure I did have, like, a jack. What I had? I had a tire pump, lug wrench. So I must have left those things behind. Nice. Okay, well, organization's going well. It's weird to have a freezer and a fridge. I'm not going to be turning anything on at the moment. Because I don't really feel like I need to keep any of this cold. Just doing some light organization. Alright, everything else I have on me can go outside. It's too bad I can't use that top of the fridge thing here. I could obviously leave stuff in the floor infinitely, because that's a thing. But, I don't really want to do that, because I know that's a slippery slope. Once you start doing that, you end up with just no organization ever. Everything is everywhere all the time. The trunk doesn't hold much, but it will be able to hold some of this stuff. Just nesting duffels. This is now just an empty garbage bag. In here, pasta, bandage, adhesive bandage, that needs to come out. Comic books. Anything else that probably doesn't belong back there. The diagnostics, that goes in the glove box. And then everything in here does not fit. That's okay. I'll stick it in that cupboard. Didora, thank you for the resub. An astounding year, you say. I appreciate it. I really do. Alright, I'm way overdue for going to sleep here. It's gonna make tomorrow a little rough. I think we're good. I think that's everything. Just about. Another thing I want to do, let's unpack this radio. It's going to be very important for me to regularly listen to the emergency broadcast, which was apparently this radio doesn't have the channel. Oh, it's tuned into it. That's weird. It's not in the presets though. Automated emergency. And this is 88.6. Broadcast integrity is still stable. Good. What I'm really listening for is helicopter events because I don't want to be whambushed by those. All right, let's set an alarm and go to sleep. So we want to wake up at... I'm going to do 10 p.m. If I could type correctly. I'm getting errors down there. I don't like that. Apparently that's all the sleep I needed. I am restful, which is a trait that allows me to get... I get rested quicker. And because I'm very hungry, I will satiate my hunger just a little bit. With a few, like, canned goods. But I'm not going to overdo it. I do have some canned goods on me. For later. It has a sink, yes. It's not plumbed to anything, so you would need to fill it up, and water containers are something that I'm going to be on a lookout for. So zombies are back to being slow. You guys voted that I secure a gas station, so there's a few choices here. What I could do is... there's a gas station in Valley Point, but it's not that close. It's way up the road, kind of far away. And then there are the fossil oil to the southeast of West Point. So what gas station should I secure? Eastern West Point, which is probably the closest. Valley Point. Or used car lot station. So the used car lot could have interesting cars in the parking lot, which would double as a extra goal. Because I'm still on the lookout for the long range and scout vehicles over there in the in the goals of the series, but I'm not. I don't necessarily have to go that way. It is up to you. Drop my tin cans. Another thing that I haven't done, and I saw someone mention it in the chat, is it's possible that the vehicles on this bridge have gasoline as well. That's totally possible. I'm sort of curious where my other car tools went. I think what I'm going to do is swing by the hardware store and check for tools that I might have left behind. I'm just going to make sure that they're not in this vehicle in any way. Yeah, I don't think they're in this duffel. Definitely not. And then they weren't in here anywhere. Oh, I guess something else I could do is to use those seats as storage. I hadn't thought about that until just now. And then also look for the 3 books that I'm missing. I'm not super concerned because they're all master level books, so they're not books that I'm going to need access to for a long time. Yeah, and they're not in this garbage bag. Okay. Oh, I'll be on the lookout for them. Oh, it looks like my character's getting a little bit of scruff. Got like a 50 o'clock shadow now. Okay. Current priority. Head back to the hardware store and then secure a gas station. I'd also like to keep the area around my home cleared out, so these zombies here that are way too close to my trailer needs to go. Oh, that leather jacket still has stuff left on it. These zombies might be here as a result of me yelling previously, and they just took a long time to shamble over to the road. This van looks like it's in pretty good condition. I'll check it before moving on. Oh, that's a huge amount of gasoline. Trunk has 58 kilo storage. Yeah, this is a great quality vehicle. I'd have to break into it and ruin one of the windows, but noted. I do have the ability to hotwire cars, so that wouldn't be one of the long-range or short-range vehicles. What I do hope to do this stream, though, is to secure what we would consider long and short-range vehicles, though. Ones used for checking off the goals of the series. But that van is not of that style. I'll check the lot here, though. American Tire lot. Oh, not a car to be seen. Maybe there's one in the garage, but I'm not stopping. Just a quick scout and drive-by. Oops. I find it a lot harder to spot the zombies with all the overgrowth, because they just blend in sometimes. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Nomad, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 12th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rodamont.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there in the zombie apocalypse.